Crying about it won't lead to any progress. It is the determination to keep getting back up, even when faced with challenges. It is the determination to face your fears, insecurities, and setbacks and carry on with greater resilience. The world will keep moving even if you stumble. The situation remains the same even if you think you have lost. You must rise and fight with all your strength because life never stops for the vulnerable. Brave people are often rewarded in life. Those who are willing to try again. Some of you have experienced difficult times in life. However, in life, it is not enough to just shed tears. You have to learn to defend yourself. Life dealt you a blow, but it's not your fault. There was no escape, and I don't blame you for it. If you're still down after a week or a month, it's your fault. If you get knocked down in life, maybe it is inevitable. It is completely in your hands to try again and get back up. Stop complaining about the situations life has thrown your way. Champions face obstacles and overcome them. The harder the challenge, the more resilient you become. You see, my greatest memories are not due to my greatest achievements. My greatest triumphs come from my greatest setbacks, because through those setbacks I discovered the strength to get back up. The moments in life that truly shape your character are when you hit rock bottom, when you find yourself in a difficult situation, and when you have the strength to get back up after failure. It's not about winning medals or titles or getting the cheers of the crowd. Rather, it's about when no one is cheering you on. Who are you at this moment? Fame is not achieved in the presence of spectators, in a sports arena, or in the spotlight. Glory comes in the early hours of the morning, when I am alone and push myself to surpass my former self and exceed the expectations of others. Champions are not created in arenas or on platforms. They are achieved through countless hours of training or studying in your room, or if you decide to go for a run, even in rainy weather. This is where champions are created. That's why your actions must have meaning. What is your reasoning? You must discover the drive, the inner spark that drives you to rise, even if you lack the desire to do so. Your motivation drives you to push your limits when you reach your limits. Your motivation will take you to a higher level when you feel like giving up and giving up. There may come a point in your journey through life where you feel like you want to quit because things aren't going as planned. You tried several times but couldn't get the desired result. Be patient, because during these times, the situation can change. Can you remember the last time you experienced failure? Do you remember the way you felt at that moment? Well, allow me to inform you of something. This loss does not define who you are. What matters most is the action you take afterward. Will you capitulate and stay down, or will you get up and try again? No matter how many times you failed, fell, or felt overwhelmed by failure, it doesn't matter. The only important thing is to keep trying no matter how many times you fall. For what reason? True change happens through repeated actions. Life is not about waiting for everything to work out perfectly. It's about tackling challenges with unwavering determination. It's about persevering when others give up, pushing forward in the face of the impossible, and discovering resilience in the darkest moments. You will fall. You will definitely stumble. You will encounter difficulties that will make you doubt your ability to persevere. Can you imagine that? You are more powerful than you think. There is a source of strength within you that you have not yet recognized. Why are you hesitating? Are you allowing the fear of failure to immobilize you? Are you letting your doubts stop you from reaching your peak performance? They get up, shake themselves off, and move forward with even greater determination than before. That is the cold reality. Success does not depend on talent, luck, or favorable circumstances. It depends on how willing you are to endure, fight, and give up on your true desires in life. When you find it difficult to breathe and feel a sense of failure, remember that giving up is the only true loss. As you continue to push forward and keep trying, you will ensure that you are making progress toward your biggest goal. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. It depends on how often you get up again. Stand up, soldier. The fight is still ongoing. Now allow me to share something with you. In my time, we didn't have all these advanced devices and couldn't get instant gratification. We had to make do with what we had, and we tried really hard. But do you know? This is exactly what made us resilient. This is how our character developed. In this fast-paced world full of endless distractions and instant gratification, everything is constantly moving. We missed something very important. We have overlooked the importance of patience, determination, and traditional hard work. However, I must inform you that these are precisely the elements that will make you stand out in society. Consider it for a short period of time. What is the common factor of all successful people? Your background is not the problem. Your education is not the reason. Your talents aren't even the problem. Their commitment to their goals is the one common trait they all possess. They know that success is not a short race. It's a long-distance race. In this race, the fastest person doesn't necessarily win. It is the individual who keeps going even when everyone else has stopped trying. I now ask you to perform a task on my behalf. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine your perfect life. How does it appear? What are you up to? What are your current feelings? Understood. Now be sure to open your eyes and pay attention. The life you have imagined is attainable. It's entirely possible. 100 potential, however, there is a catch. You'll have to work for it. You have to put in the effort to achieve this. You have to work hard for it. You will have to suffer for it. However, allow me to share something with you. The investment is worth it. Every bead of sweat, every tear shed, every uncertainty and fear becomes valuable as you experience the life you have always imagined. Over the course of my many years, I have met many people whose dreams were bigger than the sky. They were talented, creative, and promising, but you know what was missing? They lacked the courage to go through with it. They allowed fear to stop them from moving forward. They allowed insecurity to slowly invade and contaminate their thoughts. They allow their actions to be influenced by the opinions of others. Ultimately, they chose a mediocre life and constantly pondered the possibilities. Make sure this doesn't happen to you. Don't let fear dictate the story of your life. Because I have to tell you, everything you desire is on the other side of fear. I'm not saying it will be easy. Nothing valuable is ever easy to get. You will encounter challenges. Setbacks are inevitable. There will be times when you feel like giving up and surrendering. However, in these cases, champions are created. These are times when you can demonstrate your true strength and character to yourself and others. Success is not defined by never experiencing failure. It's about getting back up every time you stumble. It's about looking failure head-on and declaring, "You're not intimidating me, I'll stay here." And I have something else to tell you. The world longs for people like them. The world needs people who are determined not to give up, those who don't want to compromise, those who refuse to let their circumstances determine their future. That is the true potential for success. That is the true source of success. Not in being careful, not in following the crowd, but by daring to be unique, by being brave enough to push your limits. I have always believed that to have more, you must strive to become more. You need to make an investment in yourself. You must nourish your mind with wisdom, your body with self-control, and your spirit with optimism. Discover books that push your intellectual boundaries. Surround yourself with people who motivate you to improve. Set goals that intimidate you a little. Real growth comes from pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And progress, my friends, is the foundation of everything. As you grow older, your life also matures. As you make progress, your situation also improves. It's so simple and profound. However, there is a catch. Personal development is not necessarily easy. The truth is that it can often be quite uncomfortable. It's about facing your fears. It's about facing your vulnerabilities. It's about being honest with yourself about your current situation and your desired goal. However, this feeling of discomfort is the price of a more fulfilling life. These are the costs you have to pay on the path to success. And believe me, it's a small cost to achieve the life you want. I would like to discuss something of utmost importance with you during this trip. Your mindset is a crucial factor that can determine success or failure. Your mind is the most powerful tool at your disposal. It has the potential to be your strongest supporter or toughest enemy. It totally depends on your usage. What do you expect when you are filled with uncertainty, fear, and pessimism? This is exactly what you will receive more and more of in your life. When you focus on faith, courage, and positivity, you will be surprised at how your life begins to change. It's similar to gardening. Planting weeds results in a yield of weeds. Planting flowers leads to the growth of flowers. Your brain works in a similar way. What do you sow in the garden of your thoughts? Are you thinking about ideas of triumph or ideas of defeat? Are you focusing on your abilities or your limitations? Do you focus on your strengths or your weaknesses? These studies are important because the level of your life is linked to the level of your thoughts. Change your mindset and you change your life. It's so simple and so effective. I understand that some of you may disagree, but my situation is not easy to understand. You are right when you say that you have no idea about the difficulties I am facing, not me. What I can confirm, however, is that the predicament you find yourself in, despite its severity, is not permanent. It will not be your destiny unless you decide to make it come true. You have the ability to change your life. You have the power to change the narrative of your life. However, this power lies in your control, in your decisions, in your behavior, in your determination. Life is not about finding out who you are. It's about shaping your own identity. It's about choosing your identity and then finding the courage to embody that identity. And I have to say, the process of evolving is the most exciting and satisfying journey you will ever take. When you dedicate yourself to becoming the optimal version of yourself, you experience levels of happiness, satisfaction, and success that you could never have imagined. However, there is a slight complication. You have to be willing to put in the effort. You have to be willing to make sacrifices. You must be willing to persevere in challenging times to keep moving forward when others have given up. Because success is not easy to achieve. It is not intended for people who quit when faced with challenges. It is aimed at people who have the courage to imagine big goals and the determination to turn those visions into actual success. I have always believed that success reveals clues. To achieve success, watch those who have already achieved success. Examine their actions, their thought processes, and their approach to obstacles. Success is not a coincidence. It arises from certain habits, attitudes, and behaviors. Continuous learning is a key habit for successful people. You are constantly growing and improving without stopping. They realize that in an ever-changing world, the key to staying ahead is to continue to learn and develop. I challenge you to accept my challenge. How do you work on self-improvement? What skills are you currently learning? Which books are you currently reading? What goals do you set for yourself? Remember that your personal growth is usually reflected in your income. If you want a higher income, expand your knowledge. To grow your business, focus on personal growth first. It's just as easy and effective. Another important behavior of successful people is taking responsibility for their own lives. They take responsibility for their own situation without pointing fingers at others. They don't make excuses. They realize that they are in control of their own destiny. You take full responsibility for creating an excellent narrative. I wonder if you take full responsibility for your life. Do you point fingers and assign blame? Are you finding reasons or making progress? The truth is this: the moment you take full responsibility for your life, you gain the ability to change it. It is the time when you move from being controlled by conditions to being in control of your own destiny. Now let's address something that is extremely important to the success of this path: your behaviors. Your current habits have shaped your life. The habits you choose to develop today will shape your life tomorrow. Successful people demonstrate successful routines. They have routines that help them get closer to their goals every day. They have routines that help them achieve their goals and ignite their ambitions. So I ask, what routines do you have? Do they help you or undermine you? Are they bringing you closer to your goals or pushing you further away? Remember that our habits are first formed by ourselves and that these habits later shape who we are. Therefore, choose carefully when choosing your habits. Develop routines that suit your needs. This meets your goals, because these behaviors will ultimately determine your fate. Developing the habit of discipline is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. Discipline serves as a link between goals and success. It is what turns fantasies into reality.